good, and they've got some guards, and I'm proud of our group to escape tonight because there's a couple times under 10 minutes where you don't think so, but I think our veteran guys just kind of made us believe enough to get out. So very, very proud of them.
We'll do questions for players first.
Nate, what allowed you to do what you did out there tonight?
Yeah, I think definitely, just preparing during practice all week, sitting down a couple days before even and going over some film of what they were going to do defensively with Coach Tibbs. And then, just trying to play off my teammates, honestly. Trey obviously getting in the lane, Dane curling on single-double actions and stuff like that. So just trying to, pick my spots. And, when they were, helping up to my teammates, they did a great job of finding me there. So it was nice to play with them tonight.
Trey, what's the thought process when you're down 9 in your own building late in the second half? That's not the way the script is supposed to go.
Yeah, I mean, just stay calm. I think a lot of us, the four older guys that are playing tonight, I think we've been in a multitude of situations throughout our career, and we just came to a huddle and kind of just stayed calm, just methodically get back into it. It's not going to happen on one possession. We knew we had to get stops, and we got the ones that we needed, and we got the buckets that we needed as well. But it was just kind of just staying calm and just methodically get back into it.
It looked like you were calling for it a couple of times. You get a little feel with the touch going there for one shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a couple of easy layups early and then hit my first one. And I think from there everything kind of felt good for me tonight. And I didn't want to force it, just kind of let it come to me. And my teammates did a good job of finding me too. So.
Trey, coming into tonight, was there a certain aspect of your game you wanted to tap more into with Marcus being out, or was it just more, I'm going to have to do more overall?
No, I think, I think in practice the whole fall, me and Marcus have kind of helped each other in practice a lot. Even on the same team as well when we're going against each other, just kind of iron sharpens iron type of mentality. And I think we're both really good guards. And I think for me it was just kind of just come in and let the game come to me, but still be aggressive. And I worked really hard all summer and just kind of let my skills show.
Trey, you kind of caught fire there during those back-to-back threes. When that happened, did you kind of think, all right, we're not only back in this thing, we've got the momentum coming our way?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think they came at key times for us. I think the game was kind of getting away from us a little bit, and I knew we needed to get a couple buckets to kind of bring it back in. And I didn't actually put the onus on myself, but when the looks came, I just took them, and it's nice to knock them down.
The 5-on, did you know it was a 5-on-4 when Ryan scored to put you ahead?
I actually didn't know at the time. I was kind of just running down the floor, and Trey obviously had the poise to, after when I was talking after the game with him, he said he knew that the guy after he had shot the lefty hook and missed it, that he was still down on the floor, so he was kind of just probing, waiting for Cormac to come down the lane, and it's a great heads-up play by Trey.
What's the mindset or the feeling of when they seem to have an answer for everything you guys had there for a while, and then kind of what goes into pulling yourself out of it, and I guess kind of how much of that has to do with the fact you guys have all been through some stuff like this for now 5 years?
Yeah, I mean they hit some tough ones. I think we felt we were in good position some of the time, and they hit some tough ones, and it does kind of get a little deflating sometimes, but we know how we have to kind of pick it up and come back down the other end and still methodically play our game, and eventually we felt we would come away with enough stops, and that's what happened. So.
Trey, can you describe the pass to Cormac?
Yeah, so the Radford player came down and shot a tough shot over two people, and when we got the rebound, I saw it was like a little bit of a scuffle, and then I seen him fall down for a split second. I wasn't looking too long, and I got the outlet. And I was just pushing it. I just kind of I probed it across the floor, and everybody was telling me to hurry up and push it down the floor, but I was just waiting. And C-Mac came into the picture and fired it to him, and he made a good play later then.
On the sideline, it seemed to be a particularly physical game. Nate, how would you describe the physicality tonight and how that went?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a great test for us to have some good athletes, and it was awesome to be able to play in that environment, that physicality and stuff like that, because gonna have to play against it to get better and stuff like that. But it was definitely a physical game, but it was fun to play in.
Is it encouraging to have such a positive performance in such a physical game, not only in scoring it, but on rebounding as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think coming down the stretch, when we needed stops, we always talked about, we need stops. It's going to come down the defensive end and getting boards as well. So I thought we did a great job rebounding there at the end too.
Nate, what did this game tonight show you where you have to collectively just get better defensively?
Yeah, I think definitely, that we can always improve defensively. I thought, they obviously have some really good guards and making some tough shots, but that's why, we can watch it tomorrow and see what we got to get better at.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll go to
You got it.
Coach, you mind scooting
Oh,
over?
yeah,
the mic?
yeah. Good luck in grad school tomorrow. Oh, you're off? Oh, Veterans Day? Is tomorrow Veterans Day? Why is it a Friday? It used to be a Monday. Anyways. Yeah, yeah. The one thing that at halftime we had 40, it was one of those games where, like, they're really gifted offensively. And just watching them in their exhibition and watching them against Marquette, like, we're going to have to score to win because we're not going to just stop them. Now we can get better in some areas, and we stayed away. At least they were twos in the second half, and you've heard me say that before. We were absorbing twos, and they made 6 threes, I think, in the first half. And I'm thinking if they make another 5. We can't score that much. So, it's like, all right, another layup, a dunk. But I'm like, that's 2. And we did get to the bonus and used that as a great weapon. This group, these older guys, have been great free throw shooters to use that as a weapon. But, it's a great test because I think they're really gifted and they're old and they know who they are. And, we had some guys. And I'm very proud of Trey Wirtz. And I told Trey Wirtz the other day, when we knew Marcus would be down, I said, Trey, don't give the position back. Like, take it. Well, he dang sure put an exclamation on it. Like, we're going to need Marcus Hammond when he comes back, but he doesn't need to start. You just take that job. And I'm very proud of him because he's played kind of that 7-man role, and sometimes he played 20 minutes, sometimes he played 12, and he never really complained about it. And I've got a lot of respect for him, and I'm thrilled for him. But he is a calming presence up there with the ball. Like I'm very calm when he comes over and he has great input on, hey, why don't we look at single double this time? Why don't we? He's really got a feel for us. So I think it's a big step for him. And then Leshevsky, go ahead and get 30 and 15, baby. Just go get 30 and 15. I think he's adjusted his game, driving, getting in there, getting fouled. He's calm. And so, again, Youngstown State, Tone Weiss tells me they're as good as these guys. I say, appreciate that. Thanks for telling me that tonight. But, we're going to have to play at least the next 2 without Hammond. And maybe more. But I love what Vin gave us. It just, when it got to the 10-minute mark, you weren't playing 2 freshmen to escape tonight. And I thought J.J. Starling was in there. That was a great experience. He was in there in his first college game when it was hitting the fan. And I thought made some nice plays and was part of that vibe that figured out how to win. But again, we escaped. We'll take it.
You joked in the summer with the big 3. You might have to play 40 minutes a night. Right out of the gate, they almost all played 40, but to have them all go 40 and then also be able to lean on a guy like Trey, like it's not. You even said yesterday, well, now it's the big 4. Like
it really.
Right out of the gate, did you think that this was you were going to see something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I always thought the 3 of them were going to play. Part of getting them back was, has anybody ever averaged 40 minutes a game? When they were, I'm not going to take you out. Like, I'll try and rest you. And of course, we couldn't take them out. in the second half. I would like to get them a little more of a blow at times, but you know what? Old guys, they know how to play through stuff. And Wirtz has really joined them. And I think tonight is an exclamation point. I'm really thrilled with me. Everybody, Hammond's down. I said, you know what? I think this is great for Trey Wirtz. I don't necessarily want to be down a real good guard, but Trey Wirtz will take this thing and run with it. And he told me, I texted him the other night, I said, you don't have to give it back, ever. Take it. He goes, Coach, I'll be ready. And he does it calmly. Like that play there at the end, I mean, to read that, actually what we were teasing about in there, that's almost the reverse of the Wake Forest play, right? Remember, Cormac hit him for the winner, and I said, you kind of paid him back right there, but he dragged it across. We're not going to call timeout, especially with Trey Wirtz with the ball, because he's seeing stuff. And when it's, when it's chaos, I think maybe we would have an advantage because of our experience. And we did. So, again, something to build on, but they're coming at us again on Sunday.
Coach, you always talk about how important veteran leadership is. How proud are you of the guys who really stepped up
Yeah.
to make sure that tonight didn't end the wrong way?
Yeah, no, they're men. Those guys are men, and as Tom said, big four, they've seen it all. And the timeouts we had under 10 minutes, and some of those timeouts, it didn't look very hopeful. They were great. They were fine. They're poised. And I talked to them about that today. I said, remember, one of your traits last year, you old guys, was you were always right here, no matter what was going on. I said, we got JJ and Van now. Help them with that. I thought JJ, when you play with four guys like that, you're like, whew, okay, I'm good. They got me. And I thought, again, Van gave us some good stuff.
Mike, you see the plus-minus column, but Wirtz is a plus 16, and nobody else is even.
The one thing I was, where did he go, 36? The one thing I told him when Marcus went down, I said, do some more conditioning. Because I think of all the guys, of the big four, he gets fatigued quicker. And so if you talk, I subbed him first, and I was trying, but then in the second half, it's like, well, you got to go. And I think he can play long minutes. Just, he's just so good with the ball. He just really knows how to play. His tempo's good. I mean, all I know is when he had the ball, I'm like, all right, I'm calm. Like, he's got it. And Hub gave us that before, and Inglesby. And there's always been a guy where you go, all right, he's got it. Let's trust him. So.
Can you just talk that first 10 minutes of the second half? What did you see that wasn't going on offensively?
Well, I mean, they got out of the gate on us. They got to our paint. We got screwed up, trying to go over the top. Then we started to switch, and we probably didn't help our guys as a coaching staff enough with all the action in the middle of the floor, with the ball screen, dribble, handoff, big guy rolling. I think we got it straight. And as a staff, you live and you learn too. I think we got it straight the last 4 minutes to get enough stops. We just switched everything. Now, Nate was out on a guard a couple times. The dude hit a three, but at least we had bodies on people. And I think eventually we got a couple stops, because when they go downhill with that speed, and we're going to see a lot of teams like that. Now, zone helped us. We bought a lot of time with zone in the first half. But my feeling was they made 6 threes. If we got to get bodies on people, and if they're driving and it's 2, we may score more. And tonight was one of those nights. And the foul line was the key, because we didn't shoot it great from the three-point line, even though we had some pretty good looks. But to get to the bonus with our drives and then be able to convert, that's going to be a weapon for us. We got a lot of guys that can drive and get fouled. And that's the neat thing about Leshevsky's game, how it's changed. It goes in there, and even if he doesn't have the straight-ahead drive, he's kind of wheeling a little bit and playing like, he's playing like he's an old guy. Up, under, get fouled, Then he's got a real good tempo, and he's expanded his game. And So, see you,
That's the one.
yeah.
You joked yesterday about the 6 mid-majors that have come in here and won. Those other 5 have never come back. Did you find yourself thinking in the second half, why did I bring them
Yes.
back for a second time?
Yeah, but Pat
They've never come back.
No, and you know, Pat Rogers was hiding, I think, under the press table because he does the scheduling, but you know, one of the things we talked about, and Sunday it comes again, and Wednesday, we wanted to play teams that had a chance to maybe win their league. These guys can. Now, you know, be careful what you wish for, but it's strength of schedule. You know, I'm looking in Wake Forest last year, didn't play anybody. They won 13 league. I want to have, now you know, you got to win them, but you can't win them unless they're on the schedule. And so Youngstown State has a chance to win their league. Southern Indiana, we got, and so, you know, it gets you ready for ACC play. Yeah, I get all that, but it was more the math of strength of schedule. Now, as soon as you agree to it, here they come. And when you're down 7 in the second half, you're like, oh, you know. So anyways, escape. And Radford will never come back. in my tenure.
Thanks, Mike.